The Kalahari in the Pocono Mountains was the former record holder for the largest indoor water park in the Northeast. While that title has since been taken by the nearby DreamWorks Water Park, this enclosed Pennsylvanian water park still boasts one of the most complete water slide lineups for an indoor water park. But does this park's operations hold it back? Find out in this review and everything else you need to know before visiting the Kalahari in the Pocono Mountains. After the success of the first two resorts in the Wisconsin Dells in 2000 and Sandusky, Ohio in 2005, Kalahari waited a decade before expanding. Then in 2015, they opened their third resort in the Pocono Mountains. And interestingly, that was the same year the Camelback Resort also opened their very own indoor water park just across town. While the indoor water park is the main calling card for the Pocono Kalahari, the resort also has an arcade, restaurants, and other fun amenities. They also advertise an outdoor water park, but it's really tiny. You just have a large outdoor pool for all ages, and then a smaller kiddie pool with some small slides. The outdoor water park doesn't have a single slide for adults to experience, but the indoor water park is strong enough to fill all the slide needs one could have. The hotel has African safari theming, and the company is known for that. The outside of the hotel is colorful, and I love the landscaping. Then the interior has an ornate lobby, and to access the water park, you go downstairs and walk through the arcade. Resort guests get water park access for the duration of their stay. With taxes and fees, the cheapest rooms start around $300 per night. So if you want to visit multiple days, or if you have enough people, this will be your best deal. Prices are cheaper if you book well in advance. Non-resort guests can purchase day passes. These can be very pricey though if you're not staying at the resort. The number of day passes is limited, so they're dynamically priced to try to prevent them from selling out. Right now, weekends and holiday weeks cost between $100 and $120 for a day pass. Try to avoid these premium days if you can. Weekdays cost as little as $60. That's still high, but significantly less than the other days. However, they may have rides closed due to staffing issues on the quieter days, so it is a risk-reward situation. You can also save 25 to 30% if you buy the half-day pass, which is valid from the mid-afternoon onwards. However, some rides may stop operating before your ticket is valid. The Wisconsin Dells and Round Rock locations offer spectator passes for roughly $20 for those who don't want to actually ride anything. I didn't see that advertised on the Pocono location's website, so I'm not sure if it's actually available if you ask, or if everyone just has to pay full price. Most days, the indoor water park at this location is open until 8 or 9 p.m. However, not every ride will operate for the full day. Like the other two Kalahari resorts I've visited, the speed slides tend to have significantly reduced hours. Sahara Sidewinder and Screaming Hyena were open from just noon to 5 p.m., which was a bummer because my evening ticket didn't start until 5 p.m. when they closed already. I'd say this could have been due to visiting on a quieter day, but I visited the Wisconsin Dells Kalahari on a summer weekend, and their trapdoor slides were only open for 4 hours total. The biggest issue with this park, in my opinion, was the ride availability. I visited the day after Columbus Day, and in addition to the ones that had reduced hours, 1/4 of their slides were closed for the day. The closed raft slides appeared to be for staffing purposes. The fourth slide closure was for maintenance, and unfortunately, it was the Anaconda water coaster. This was the slide I was most looking forward to experiencing. Including the unavailability of the speed slides during my ticket hours, I probably wouldn't have visited. There is a ride availability and schedule outside the entrance, but there was no notice of this on the website where I purchased my ticket. I would recommend calling the resort the day you're visiting if you're interested in a specific slide, just to avoid the situation I encountered. Once inside the water park, you can find the usual changing rooms and locker facilities. The latter are an extra cost like most parks, and they seem to be more expensive than usual. I believe they cost about $20 to $25 for a small locker from memory. They are the smart lockers where you need to remember your locker number and create a 4-digit code. The indoor water park has a similar appearance to the other Kalahari ones. It's a semi-dark warehouse, but the colorful slides and scattered animal or Africa theming gives it some life. There isn't much theming beyond that unless you count the slides having African-inspired names. Now, the biggest benefit of the indoor water park is the perfect climate, and that comes with heated water. Wait times at the Kalahari are designed to be manageable. That is why their day passes are so high in price and limited in quantity. On the weekday I visited, every single slide was a walk-on. The park was quite dead. Moving on to the slide lineup, the star likely would have been Anaconda. This one is located high amongst the rafters, and it looks imposing. It features 5 drops and 5 water-propelled uphill ascents. While I cannot give full judgment without riding it, the drops in this one look rather shallow off-ride, and from the speed it carries in POVs, I suspect this one may not have much airtime, if any. Instead, this one should just be a long, fun water slide with some decent drops. If you've ridden it, let me know how it is. One other interesting thing with this water coaster is that the park offers a $10 upcharge to experience Anaconda as a virtual reality water coaster. I've never seen that before. The body slide collection here is very strong. While Sahara Sidewinder and Screaming Hyena were closed for me at the Pocono location, I've ridden clones of these Pro Slide speed slides elsewhere. These are pretty short for speed slides, but the drops are quite steep. Screaming Hyena goes straight down. This one does not have a trap door. Meanwhile, Sahara Sidewinder does have a trap door that will drop out from beneath you. Riders fly down a short but steep drop, and then whip around a tight spiral that likely would give some good positive Gs. And since they're new ones from Pro Slide, they should be very smooth in your back. Tanzanian Twister is an exciting body bowl slide. This one has a decent initial drop, but the bowl is where the real thrills occur. It's always suspenseful seeing how you'll be flushed into the splashdown pool below. Will you go feet first? Or will you awkwardly go head over heels? This one is for strong swimmers only, but it will throw your body into the pool in some weird ways. Zimbabwe Zipper is a decent body slide. It has solid speed, but the elements are too drawn out to pack on the Gs. The park had quite a few family raft slides, but you need an even number of riders to experience most of them. No odds allowed. Barreling Baboon has a series of feisty mini funnels on the way down that will throw you about. Smoke That Thunders instead features one giant funnel. This Pro Slide Tornado has the usually great drop into the funnel before a series of fun oscillations. You also have the very similar Wild Wildebeest. This has a similarly awesome drop to Smoke That Thunders, followed by a wall with some weightlessness. I'm surprised the park has both of these attractions. Then Victoria Falls is a slower family raft slide with some dips and turns. The park then has a series of standard tube slides you can either experience solo or in double tubes. Most of them are rather short and slow though. I would recommend one of the closed ones though in Kenya Corkscrew. I've ridden similar constrictor slides elsewhere, and the compact twists can be quite forceful. Lastly, there's the Cheetah Race Racing Mat Slide. It's pretty short for the slide type, but you get some good speed for the final drop, and you can actually get some airtime. The most popular attraction that was operating during my visit was easily the Flow Rider. Since it wasn't too crowded, the staff was encouraging long rides and really trying to teach riders tricks. For kids, you have some smaller play areas, plus the usual water play structure. Both areas have some smaller slides, in addition to a lot of sprayers and ways to get wet. Lastly, there are some pools and lazy rivers for all ages to relax in. So do I recommend the Kalahari and the Pocono Mountains? If you know everything is open, and you can avoid paying the premium price, I'd say it's worth it. The slide lineup is very good for an indoor water park, and it's better than the indoor offerings of the nearby Camelback Resort. It was just disappointing to see so many slides closed for my visit, and next time, you can bet I'm calling in advance or waiting to buy a ticket there. I think the Wisconsin Dells Kalahari is superior based on the inclusion of a full outdoor water park and better slides total. Then I think the Pocono Resort has a better slide lineup than the Round Rock location, but worse operations, but again, this is just based on my experiences. This isn't a destination water park, but it does have a solid lineup if you're in the area. If you want an indoor water park in the Northeast, I'd still recommend the DreamWorks water park though, roughly 1.5 hours away. But if you want a water park in the Pocono region, I think the Kalahari is the best one in town, if everything is open. So those are my thoughts on the Pocono Mountains Kalahari. What are your thoughts on this indoor water park? Did you have the same operational issues I saw? Or did you have a better visit? Let me know how it compares to the other Kalahari resorts down below. I would love to hear any comments you may have. If you enjoyed this review, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a like and you considered subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canobie Coaster. Thanks for watching.